Again, the Nuffle Shuffle is back, but for the first time ever, the Nuffle Shuffle will be broadcasting the PS4 Champion Cup Season 16 playoff live draw. So a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of excitement, even more excitement now because we all get to find out who picks who in the draw. As always, good old myself will pick myself probably the most horrendous draw as always because, hey, that's what I do. But what makes it more exciting is I have two coaches who are in the draw as well with me today. So either they'll be very happy with me or they'll be obviously stabbing me in the back after a horrendous draw. So we'll be getting what they say as well about the draw. But let's welcome him in. First of all, we've got our good old guy who everybody loves, and he's back again. It's a Bannon now. Then a Bannon. A morning, early, about 6 o'clock again in the morning for you, is it?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Bernie. Good morning, Rooney. It's about it's 6:15. I'm excited to see the draw. And we'll just leave it at that for now.
Well, and then obviously I've tipped your team to win the full thing, and my other.
See, I wasn't gonna. I didn't want to say that. I didn't know if you were gonna save that for later.
Oh no,
no.
Do you know what? I was gonna, but I thought it'd lead into perfectly into my other co-announcer today. So you've been given the Bernie's tip. I've decided you're gonna get a Bannon. This is your year. This is your season for the Venerable Twilights to win the full thing. And my next guest will tell you how lucky getting the Bernie's tip is. It is a godsend. My fellow other co-announcer who got the Underworld to the final and was unlucky not to win it is Rooney Mount, and he's making his debut on the show. Welcome, Rooney Mount. How are we doing today? And it must be a bit better time where you are, I'm guessing.
Yeah, the sun is shining over here, Bernie.
Oh yes, the sun is shining. We had thunder and lightning and everything last night for the first time in the morning. I've got one of these Venus fly traps because obviously we have flies in England and all that, and the beloved missus sends me links on Amazon and shit like this, and she's like, let's get a Venus fly trap. So I was like, let's get a fly eating plant. It looks awesome. So we got it delivered, got it. Yeah, lovely, excited. Put it there, did everything right. And it's not even a bloody fly yet. Not one fly. I feel robbed. But it apparently needs natural water. So soon as the heavens above opened, I made sure, obviously, he got drenched. And I'm still waiting for him to kill his first fly. My missus actually hit one with a paper and fed him the fly, and he just wouldn't eat it. So I think maybe I need a refund. I don't know. What has that got to do with Blood Bowl? Probably nothing. But hey, you know me. I talk about random shit. So we've got a really, really big show today, so it's good. I've got two co-announcers help me through it. The new season has started. Before we start, before I forget, congratulations to Calcium Cass, who has got another child born yesterday. His fifth child. Who deserves the medal, him or his wife? His wife. Wow, what a hero she is. But glad to say they're both obviously very healthy. Everyone's happy. You know, they're all doing well, so that's great. And obviously, Calcium Cass is back on the PS4 and the Xbox, and it's quite interesting because the PS4 have sent him. PS4 have given him a bit of love. I think PS4 gave him a bit of love. We've even got a UC member in Rooney Man who's giving Calcium Cass some love, so that's interesting. But on the Xbox, it's all boo, you suck, Cass, we're going to get you, Cass. So it's really funny how the PS4 have said, oh, we love you, Cass, we miss you, and the Xbox
we miss Cass so much.
But the Xbox...
We need all the fodder we can get in the ladder.
Shots fired! Boom! Cass, easy wins, says a Bannon. But the Xbox are giving him a stick. But see, he knows the PS4 guys are the best. He knows we love him. So yeah, it's been great. So congratulations on the new one, Cass. I'm sure I'm sure there could be a number 6. You never know. He'll say there isn't, but you never know. I think he should keep going until he gets himself a daughter. That's what I say. He may end up with 20 children, but don't worry about it.
Get himself a baseball team. Get a baseball team.
Yeah, absolutely. Right then. Oh, I'm just having a look at some of these. Oh, look at these playoff teams. Look at all these lovely playoff teams. Oh, there's loads of them, but we'll come back to that shortly. Let's go to what we start off the show with is pole position. And that guy, Teddy Tom, always seems to start like a house on fire in the first week of the new season, and he's done it again with Lizards with a 13-2-1 record, time before land. Don't know if that actually makes sense, but hey. So let's have a look at his team. Teddy is a very good coach, and he would have made the World Cup, but he handed his ticket in because his PC couldn't run it. So Cass is saying Teddy is a machine. Cass very rarely gives nice things to say about people, so if he says he's a machine, then he obviously is. I looked at this team because it was 17-10, and I was like, oh my god, this team's going to be awesome. And I'll be honest, I wouldn't be scared playing this team. That's just, that's just my humble opinion. I look at this team thinking, crikey, I'm going to get some inducements. My Chorfs will go yum, 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 especially Calcium Boom Boom Cass. He'll be stomping all of them skinks. I'll come to Rooney Mount first. What do you think about this team? Do you think it's a good team? Do you like what you get for TV-wise? What?
Yeah. Yeah, it looks good. The Crocs they got looks very good. I mean, block and guard, stand firm. That's very good. Strength up on a skink. Not sure you take that. Play to the TV.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny, isn't it? A lot of people, some people are like, oh yeah, you've got to take strength on a skink all the time. Where some people are like, oh, it's just too much bloat. It's a funny one, isn't it? I always don't know what I would do if I got the skill, but it seems like most of his TVs in his skinks, and that's always a bit of a problem, isn't it?
He's got blodger though. That's good. Sure hand's always great in the skink. I like it. It's a good team. Good team.
Bannon?
Good record too.
Yeah, very good record.
Great record. Teddy Tom's good coach, but I don't like this team. I don't know. I don't like it. My Lizardmen. Now I'm gonna go a second here. My Lizardmen win percentage is 77, 78, something like that.
Yep.
And from my experience, there are hundreds of TV being wasted on skink. But it looks like what happened is he must have lost sources back to back to back and just hasn't had the money to fire and rehire a skink and doesn't want to play with loners, is what I'm thinking. So I think what's going to happen down the line is he's going to start firing these skinks as the cash comes in when he has the cash to rebuy them and remain at 12 players.
Yeah. And you only got 2 Sauruses with block, which is... that's not good.
Yeah, I mean, the Blodge was good. They both got Blodge.
He can spin. He can spin into a 2,000 TV team.
Yep.
And if this look at this team and realize that it could spin into Arzawayne's 2100 Nurgle that we're going to see down in a little bit when we get to the playoff stuff, and it would just be no match.
The thing is though, he ain't gonna. Obviously, this isn't in the playoffs. This is obviously in the sea ladder. But I think this team's got a lot of potential. He's got 2 Blodge Sauruses. Now, to me, break tackle straight away on them 2. That makes them amazing. And then I'd use the other 4 Saurus to maybe get some bash skills and kill skills. We saw Trippers do quite well with a Lisbon team. Was it a couple of seasons ago? Was it last season? I can't remember. Either way, Teddy Tommy's a far better coach than Trippers. So I think personally, I mean that I'm not trying to wind him up. It's just fact, in my opinion. Teddy Tommy's an extremely good coach. He's proven it many times before. It's a shame he doesn't play much more because I think he could potentially be a future champion in the making. He's obviously got halflings in this season's playoffs, and he did an amazing record with them. This guy, as Kat said, is a machine. He just gets it done. What might not work for us works for him. He's got a lot of speed. Yeah, skinks have got a lot of. I've got a lot of TV thing into them. My only concern for Teddy, it's not really much of a concern, I'm probably nitpicking, is he got a really good start, I do believe, with Rats last season, and it fell away badly. And I'll be interested to see how he does with this team when all the other teams catch up with the TVs, all these chaos and all this claw, with the Nurgle as well, and other teams start getting bashy, and the Elves start getting leap and mighty blow and bashing his skinks in. So it'll be interesting how he manages that. But as it stands, I think this is a fantastic team. He's had 3 players killed. He's had 23 casualties sustained, so possibly there could have been a few Sauruses in there. His record's fantastic. He lost his last record to the Dark Elf team, what ironically was about 1,600 TV. So, hey, There we go. He also beat Smelly Sods, the Nagel team, but again, the Nagel team probably quite new, so obviously would they be favourable in that matchup? So yeah, I think he's been smart. He's trying to get a good record and then probably sit on them before everybody else catches up. That's probably the best way to go with teams like Lizards. But I think this team's got plenty of potential to become a very good team. And like you two said, the Crush Go is amazing, and good luck to him. So what we're going to do, we're going to just have a look at the coaches' teams, because not much has really gone on. So let's have a look. We'll have a look at Man first. Now, I will stress straight away, this team is built wrong. Before everybody loses their shit saying, Benny, this team is built wrong, I know. I do this thing with kill teams, though. Just try something different. The team is 303 Squadron. This is a tribute to the Polish pilots who lost their lives or put their lives on the line in the Battle of Britain back in World War II. And basically, I struggle with Chofs. I mean, I don't know what it is. I always seem to cock up with Chofs. But I thought, you know what, I'm going to give them another go. And I'm going to build them like a more of a Kazim Cast build and a Rambo build, basically, with a Mighty Blow first and then go with Guard afterwards. And I've got to admit, I'm still a bit salty because my only defeat came when I was in control, and my full internet in the street went down. Everyone's in it went down, and I got a concede loss. So I was pretty bitter about that. Apart from that, they've done me proud. Now wins 3 draws, 1 loss. I don't really ask you two to really say much about this team, but I'm going to have to. So we'll go with a Bannon this time. Anything you dislike, probably lots. Anything you like about this team?
You know what? I like the team, okay? So I like that you went with the Mighty Blow because it's early in the season. You don't need to guard up if you're getting this many games early in the season. Put in the Mighty Blow, get extra SPP. The guard will come on time. My main concern is what the hell are you going to do with your bulls? It looks like with the bull with the agility plus, and then the other one with frenzy. I don't know where they're going to go. Neither of them are really becoming like a big blocker in a way. Since you do have the agility 4 hobgoblin, it's not like the bull really needs to carry the ball that much.
Yeah, I think what it is I've noticed a lot of teams are just going down the flanks, so setting up on the flanks, just not taking the mick because obviously everyone does it, but I wanted a strength 4 piece to go, you know what, if you're going to go down the side, I'm going to surf you, I'm going to give you I'm going to make it uneasy for you, and obviously a bull is one of the best pieces to use for frenzy. So he will go down the frenzy, maybe Juggernaut route, Mighty Blow route, I don't know, break tackle obviously. Serious Iceman Jest, it was a funny one because I rolled agility on Flynn the Viper Zorro, the Hobgoblin. But as we all know, and as I've known this season with so many of my Hobgoblins getting retired, is he's probably not going to last the full season. He's going to get lightning bolted, he's going to get fireballed, he's going to get stomped on. And I'll be honest, my game plan this season was to make sure none of the Bull Centaurs carried the ball. Didn't want to carry the ball at all. And then I get agility, and I'll be honest, I was like, oh my god, what do I do? Because I really don't want to go down this route. But because the Hobgoblin's so fickle, and I suppose the thing was, back in my Chaos team, I had a Strength 4 Chaos Warrior, and it was there really against leaping things like Wood Elves coming and going, I'm going to just jump into cage, 1 die, and all that stuff. At least this way, it'd be a red die against me. And I've seen it as well. I had a game against Dungeon Master where he had 5+ dodge into my cage with a Strength 4 piece, just decked my Agility 4 piece and scored. So that's the reason why I went Agility on him. But at the moment, I mean, people are conceding to this team. It's crazy. If something goes wrong, they concede. So obviously that's helping, but I need some claw. That's what I need. Rooney, what do you think? Anything you want to add to that, or?
Yeah, but just maybe swap a few, maybe too much Mighty Blow, maybe a few more guards in there. But you got that.
Yes, yeah. I mean, yeah, I would totally agree with that. But I decided I'm going to give everybody Mighty Blow first level up. I just tried something different because I've tried this team doing it the proper way before, and it always seems to not do very well or blows up in my face. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to go the Calcium Rambo route, and they've had great success going this route. And like Abannon said, because it's early on, and I'm going to go against teams maybe 1100, 1200. If I can intimidate them and bash hard on them, then a lot of them are just deciding, you know what, I don't want any of this, Bernie, I'm off. And I've had quite a few concede wins. So it's working, and the problem with this team is that I found out against obviously Mercy Flush with a strength 6 star player and a strength 5 troll, and even with Chaos last game, I am getting out strength. I ain't got the guard what I need, but I've accepted that I am going to lose games because of that. But I'm thinking long term, and this is probably the first time I think I've done in a long time where I've come out first week and just say, you know what, I'm going to play so many games, because I always leave it late, and then I end up like last season where I end up just playing against dwarfs all the time. It's no fun. But yeah, the 3-3 squadron is a tribute to obviously the Polish and to Grub and all that, so I hope they do well for him. Anyway, enough of my team. Let's have a look at your guys' teams. This will be fun. Now then, Abanon, disastrous last game.
Oh my god, that last game was terrible.
But hey, it happens, and you know the good thing about the seed ladder is you can lose games, so it's not terrible.
I mean, it's okay. It's okay. The team name is Essential 80s.
I like that. I like the name. I like the names of the team as well.
Yeah, these are all characters from 1980s movies. That's what I went with this season.
I must admit, when I looked at it, I loved it. I loved it. Freddy Krueger gets a lot of love. He was on my team. I think he was on Shod's team, and now he's on your team. I can understand why, because of the claw. Rooney, what do you think about this team? It's not obviously that much developed yet, but anything you like, or anywhere you take this team if it was your team?
Yeah, obviously the ghoul looks very good. I mean, agility on a ghoul's extremely useful. It's very, very early days, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can go take in many different ways. And I'm not very experienced with Necros, so I don't really know too much. But it looks good. I mean, it looks fine. You've got all your players.
This is my first Necro team. So.
Yeah. I mean, it's... Go on, sorry, Rooney.
Yep. Just once you start getting the wolves a bit more XP, and you start to see the team really push through.
Yeah. I think that's what you need, isn't it? I always think with Necro that the key things with Necro is trying to get Might Blow on the Wolves, but also getting a lot of guard. I see that as a mistake in a lot of Necro teams in that they don't get the guard. They always go for the kill route. Where to me, with Necro, they try and bash, but if they haven't got the guard, they're in trouble. And the problem is as well is obviously when you've got two wolves using frenzy, they could easily get frenzy trapped as well if you don't have the guard. That's why it's always big to get guard on zombies if you can. And Shot saying John McClane is only a zombie. Boo. Yes, John McClane, he's better than that, isn't he? But I like what he's done with Bill and Ted as the golems. I like that a lot. But there's, I think Shod had John McClane as his fan favourite in his championship winning team, if I remember correctly. Axel Foley, goal of Axel Foley. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's always interesting, isn't it, when you start a team you've not used before. It's always quite fun, and it also lends you the strengths and weaknesses. So when you do play against Necro, it will help you in your own game when you're playing somebody else. Yeah, Flesh Golems. Block and guard, obviously that's going to be the thing. Nice to see the white gets guard first. I'm always tempted to go guard or Might Blow, so that's good. Obviously, if you can get like Might Blow on your wolves, that's going to be awesome. And obviously Maverick, I'm sure you'll feel a lot better with him when he's leveled up again and getting blodge, so that's always good.
Yeah, when he's got Iceman with him, it'll be
yeah, that'll be good. But yeah, so 4 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss, good start. Good start to the season. Very unfortunate last game, but hey, that happens as we know. But yeah, good. Let's have a look at Rooney's team. I do believe they've only played a couple of games, but hey, let's have a look at them anyway. Bless them. Claw out Monty. You better not be getting another bloody claw. So yeah, Underworld, funny team. Funny team, and already he's got claw already on his troll. That troll needs to die. And obviously Mighty Blow, yeah. I think Underworld have always one of those teams what could be dangerous against anybody, because obviously it's so easy to get Mighty Blow, claw, pommers if you want them, and obviously troll gets claw after 1 level up. Wrestle and Lamb, and yeah, I don't mind that. I mean, again, obviously there's not much there, but I like how you start off with Mighty Blow. Obviously, I presume he's going to get claw. Is number 3. Yeah, yep. So he needs to die a horrible death. But yeah, I mean, there's not really much to say. We just thought we'd have a look at the team. Anything you want to add, Abanon, on this team? I know it's only I think 2 games in, I think.
Yep.
I like it. I've always hated Underworld because my first playoff game ever was against Mutt with his crazy Underworld team. And,
yeah.
My team left with 910 TV after the match. So
yeah,
after
I
that
remember
match,
watching that.
Yeah, I don't like Underworld, but I think they're good. I think they're good like glass hammer type of team in a way where
Yeah.
they don't generate their blocks from getting a bunch of guard. It's just some hits with the killer, go in for a hit each turn and hope it works.
Yeah, I mean that is the thing, isn't it? It's like, I mean, when I saw you against Mutt, I mean, Mutt just took it to the cleaners in the first 3-4 turns, and he did really well to hang in as long as he did. But yeah, I like them. I like them a lot, and obviously Rooney plays them extremely well. Got to the final with them. So yeah, I mean, they're always one of those teams where I don't mind playing them, as long as they don't have loads of claw. then I get worried, because they can have a nasty mess. But yeah, so there you go. Right, so there's the team. So obviously we'll go into a few more teams next show, but at the moment a lot of teams are still just developing. So let's get on to a few of the topics there. So we'll start with Streamergate. Now, a WC coach, or World Cup coach, has asked for his game not to be streamed. He doesn't want it streamed, his next game. So what I want to basically know, I mean, chat can obviously say their say as well. I'll start with Rooney. What do you think? Would you be? Are you sympathetic that he doesn't want his game streamed, or do you think the game should be streamed? I mean, what's your take on it?
What's the reason he's given? Why not?
He hasn't. I haven't got any. I haven't been given any reason why. A lot of the time it's to do with tactics, but he hasn't said so. I don't know.
I think it's ridiculous. I mean, it's the World Cup of Blood Bowl, so I think it's a silly request. No, I think it should be streamed. We all want to see it, so
yeah. Abannon?
Yeah, I really don't care why he doesn't want it streamed. I think it should just be streamed. If he didn't want his matches streamed, he shouldn't join a sponsored tournament with prizes that explicitly says they're going to show those games.
Unless he has a valid reason, obviously.
I don't think there's any reason that's valid.
I think there's one valid reason, and you probably disagree with me, but I basically, obviously, because I'm an admin, obviously we talk and chat and everything like that. I'm not going to mention the name of the coach, but I said, look, the only reason, personally, if people stream, they should be allowed to stream. That's always been the case. So I'm totally on your side in that respect. The only reason when it shouldn't be is if the guy who's streaming it has been abusive, bullied towards that coach, or has had it in for that coach. Then I would turn around and say, look, okay, we'll tell that coach, look, don't stream the game, and we'll let somebody else stream it. So the game still gets streamed, it just doesn't get streamed by like that coach. Because we have had it before. I'm not going to name names. Everybody knows which coaches bully, which coaches don't, or which fan bases are toxic and stuff like that. That's the only reason I would give it. If he said, look, Bernie, this coach has it in for me, he's always abusive towards me, he's always bullying me and stuff like that, then I would say, then that would be the only time I would say, all right, we'll have a word with that guy or girl, and we'll tell them for this game not to stream it and let somebody else stream it. That's the only way I would not stream a game. I don't know if you two agree with that, but the game still gets streamed, just not by that coach. You know,
most people are fantastic in chat, but I think that I think the only people that shouldn't be streaming the game is the coach that's also playing in the game.
Yeah.
Because even abuse in chat, that doesn't affect you while you're playing because you're not watching the game. But if you're the coach that is also in the game, there is a bit of a concern of getting help from chat during.
And that's interesting because you see the likes of Jimmy Fantastic, Andy Davo, they're two just off the top of my head. They stream their games. So, you know, I suppose if you're playing Anna, say you're playing Jimmy, because obviously Jimmy's a big streamer, he's doing all the World Cup, so we'll say Jimmy. If you're playing Jimmy Bannon, right, and you watch the game back, you lose the game out on a 2-1 or whatever, and you watch the game back on his stream, and you see people saying, oh, well, Jimmy, if you do this, and then he does it, and he wins him the game, surely you'd be annoyed at that, because you're thinking, well, he didn't see that. He hadn't seen that, but somebody else has done, or any streamer. And that's maybe why he's thinking. I mean, I don't know if this coach is playing this guy who's in a stream or what. I don't know, but I can get that. I totally get that. But at the same time, I look at it that, well, they're all World Cup coaches, so they should be good enough to play themselves.
Well, it's very easy. If you use OBS when you stream on your computer,
Yeah.
It's very easy to set the OBS up to have a 1 minute or 2 minute delay. A lot of the guys that play poker and stream their poker games, they have like a 5 minute delay built in, and they still find ways to deal with chat. We could get away with a 1 minute delay.
That's interesting.
But see, the thing is, streamers
not have chat be so turned off that it's not going to work well.
Yeah, I mean that's been said in obviously on Discord, and streamers saying, "Oh no, that stops the interaction with coaches." I disagree with that, because obviously coaches can still interact with coaches. You know, it just means they're going to come up 6 seconds later. I think that is me personally. I think that's the best way. Ironically, though, a lot of the streamers don't want to do that. So, but it is to me. I agree with what you're saying, Ananya. I think that is definitely a better way of doing it, I think, personally. But hey, so we all agree then the game should be streamed unless there's a ridiculous thing and then somebody else streams it. Yeah, jolly good.
100%.
Fantastic. Get a bloody game streamed. Right, the future of Blood Bowl. It seems that, I mean, yes, we've had the World Cup, yes, we know that, but to me, it doesn't seem to be going anywhere. No new teams have come out, nothing new come out. No, it just seems a bit, I don't know, it just isn't going anywhere. So what I'm going to ask you is, where would you like to see the Blood Bowl 2 going in the next year? Do you think it needs a new game? Do you think they should need to bring new DLC out? What would you like to see? We'll go with Rooney Mount this time. What would you like to say about Blood Bowl?
I think more teams is always good. I mean, that always helps. Something fresh. We've got some new teams that they can add. I think Chaos Pact. Maybe even Korn, some teams they could add. I don't know, it's a difficult one, isn't it? Do they launch a new game? It's probably just going to be more of the same, isn't it? Just updated graphics maybe, but I suppose it's a way of making money.
Yeah.
But it's a difficult one. I think there's a new Blood Bowl game out on the PC. It's a sort of mini game. Is it Death Zone, is it?
Yeah,
it isn't very good.
No, I've seen I've seen a lot of people flaming all over that, going, "What the beep's all this about?" I mean, yeah. Go on, sorry.
I mean, perhaps you could have made a sort of a 5-on-5 mini game, but turn-based. That would have been interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know how it would work. I mean, the stuff they can do with it, but I don't think we're going to see any updates or anything new for the next year or so.
Yeah, and by then, to me, if they're going to wait that long, it's more than likely going to get a new game.
Probably, yep.
To be honest, Abaddon, what would you like to see?
I think we could end up getting a new game before we get many updates on this one. I would have liked to see something coming out in conjunction with the World Cup. Like right now, you have more eyes on your game than you generally do. Now's the time to throw a new product into it, since there isn't a new product going into it. And I know with the recent ownership change, that might be part of it, since Cyanide was bought a couple months ago, or Focus, wanted to, or both. I think that a new game might be what's coming down the line.
Yeah, I mean, it really frustrates me, does Cyanide to a certain extent, or whoever it is who decides this, because they have so much potential to make money. Case Pact, for some god knows reason, I don't know what Case Pact has ever done to Cyanide, but they've never been in any of the Blood Bowls ever. Even Chaos Edition didn't even make Case Pact. I don't know what. I really don't get why they can't do it. They've got all the pieces in the game to do them, and I'm sure a lot of people would spend cash quite happily to get them. Korn, not a team I like very much, but again, you know, people do, so I'd put that in the game. And they've got to bring out something so you can spend scions on. I mean, come on, you know, something apart from bloody uniforms. Or bring some new uniforms out. We haven't had any new uniforms for ages. It just seems, oh my god, so much potential.
Think new uniforms need to come out, as well as achievement uniforms. Like if you make the playoffs in Champions Ladder, it should unlock a special uniform for you, or a little trophy that goes next to your coach name, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's so annoying, because I'm thinking, God, you know, obviously every game needs to make money, and obviously they throw cash at all the platforms, and Cyanide have been really good, and obviously they listen a lot better than they used to, so they're doing everything right. But I'm thinking, come on, guys, you can make yourself some money here, but probably the only thing what's going to really piss off the Blood Bowl community is if they bring out another new game and then you'll get everybody else saying the same sort of thing. Where surely if they'd have done, with these DLCs and all that, what most things do. I mean, look at Fortnite. It's free to play, but they have all these, these skins and everything, and people spend fortunes on them. So I just can't see it being that hard for Cyanide to get it done and make the company money. I just don't get it. What else could they do with the game? I don't. Apart from bringing new races and making new races up, well, so is a 50-50 split from people who either want it or they don't. I just don't know what else they can do. If it was my product, I'd be trying to find a way to make your money, and even like a hobgoblin ref or an ogre ref or something like that. I'm sure people would buy that, as long as the price was reasonable.
I think they should do a mini game while you're spinning that costs 5 or 10 scions. While you're spinning, have like a mini game that's 30 seconds to a minute long.
Yeah.
And then it costs 5-10 scions to play that mini game. There's so many people that would just sit there playing the mini game while they're waiting for
I suppose it depends how would it make it unstable while you're spinning. That would be my only concern. But I just think it's Cyanide doing a lot of things right, but there's some things where they could make easy money, and for some reason they're not. Maybe they're holding case back for Blood Bowl 3. Corn, like I say, and Casa said corn 6 balls, but I would play them all day. So if he's going to play them, that means he's going to pay to buy them. So there's more money, Cyanide, and obviously you times it by so many, you're going to make yourself some money. And I just look at it and think, oh my god, unless Games Workshop have specifically said you cannot do this, then I don't understand why they're not doing it. I really don't. And that to me is a big thing they're missing out on. But hey, that's just me. Right, okay then. Let's have a look what else we have. Oh, right then. The Battle of the Coaches. Everybody loves this, apart from the coaches who are in it. Now, Bannon, you've been in this before, so you know the score. Rooney, on the other hand, doesn't. Right, so you both have a Commander Slacker. I would spend pounds. Of course you would. Everybody would. Everybody would. Bernie give Bernie the product. I'll make him money. Give us it here. I'll get it sorted. So basically the way this goes is it's the best out of 10 questions. If you know the question, you come in with your buzzer. Now obviously, because we're not a high budget thing, we don't have a real buzzer, so you make your own buzzer up. Now O'Bannon, we'll come to you first because you know how it works. What buzzer will you be using today?
Oh man, I should have thought of this.
You should have done.
Thought of this.
You know this happens.
You're going to take away some points there, aren't you?
Yeah, Alright, mine's going to be... I should have thought this through.
Excellent. And Rooney, come on. What are you going to have in your buzzer?
I love goblins, so it's got to be something to do with goblins.
Yep.
Can I go with just Gobble Love? Is that right?
Gobble Love? That's alright. Gobble Love, right, okay. Here we go. Right, there's some good news and some bad news. I'll give you the good news first. Unfortunately, the poor PC guys had to do, as one of the questions, an advertisement. The good news for you guys, you don't have to do that. The bad news is this. So I'm going to go with the bad one first. I want your best impersonation of Arnie/Shod saying, "Get in the chopper now."
Oh man, I'm so bad at this. All right.
So am I. So don't worry about it. I can't say it. It'd probably sound Indian or Pakistani if I said it. Because for some reason. There you go.
Get to the chopper now.
Fantastic.
That should have been Shad's buzzer. That had to have been Shad's buzzer.
I know, he didn't get it until afterwards. Okay, Rooney, give us your best. Get in the chopper now.
Get in the chopper now. Slightly Indian there.
Yeah, get in the chopper now. Oh, bloody hell, get in that chopper. We're going to get blown up. I'm going to give that to Rooney. I like Rooney's. I'll give him that. I'm sorry, Bannon. But don't worry, you got the Bernie's tip. I think it was good. Okay, so that's out the way. Get in the chopper now. See, I can't do it either. That was probably the best I could do. Okay, here we go then. Get on your buzzers, guys. What is the cheapest low net big guy in Blood Bowl?
Gobble Love.
Okay.
Troll.
You are correct. Rooney off to a flying start.
The mighty troll.
The mighty troll, yes. Question 3. How much does a vampire cost?
I should have thought this through.
Oh, you... go on, Abaddon.
120.
Wrong. Gobble
Can I
up.
go?
You can.
110.
You are correct. UC on top. 3-0. I'm waiting for the cast boos in chat. Boo. Question 4. On a Bretonnian Blitzer, what skill tree needs a double?
Double up.
Okay, go on.
Passing. Is passing?
Wrong. Wrong. Come on, Bannon. This is your chance.
I should have thought this through.
Go on.
Strength.
You are correct. Yes. He's not. Yes. There's one. The comeback's on. Question 5. Which player of the current champion, 1025 Never Forgotten, got the fan favourite award? Ooh. Go on.
Wanna go with the postman? Yes.
Unfortunately, believe it or not, I didn't have a postman in the team, so that is wrong. Abaddon.
I should have thought this through.
Go on.
Shod?
No, it's funny because Shot's in chat saying, it's Mercy! Shot, you bad man! It was Mercy Flush.
Oh.
So none of you got it right. Shot was to be fair to you though, Shot was the second choice. He was the second, he was close. So it's still 3-1 to Rooney. It's still on. Name the 4 starting skills on an Eggle warrior.
Gobble, I should have thought this through.
Oh, bloody hell, both was quick. Go on, Gobble, got it first. Go on, Rooney.
Got foul appearance.
Yep.
Disturbing presence.
Yep.
Regen.
Yep.
Oof, I can't remember now. It's 4 you said, no?
Yep.
What's the other one? Ooh, I'm struggling here.
Gonna have to push you for it.
Nuggles Rot.
You are correct. Yes, there we go. What is the cost of a high elf thrower?
Oof. I should have thought this through.
Oh, go on then.
Let's guess 80,000.
Wrong, unfortunately.
I'll go with 90.
You are correct. Oh, Rooney getting a good one there. Here we go. We're back to the impressions. The last one. Do your best. Do your best Calcium Cat impression. We'll start with Rooney this time. Your best Calcium Cat impression.
That's a tricky one. I've got no idea.
It's not like he's in chat, honestly. He's not in chat, honestly. Just ignore him.
I don't know. I'm going to have to pass on this one.
Shot saying this will be good. We'll come back to you. You think of something. You're not getting out of this one. Bannon, I know you'll nail this.
Oh, that right cunt right there. How can he half die my lodger? You double pal, that motherfucker must be in UC. I'm gonna go make another baby. Fuck this game.
We'll see what Calcium thinks. Rooney, are you gonna come back with anything? You've got to have something.
I can't beat that.
Okay.
I can't beat it.
Okay, we've heard it here. UC scared of cast. There we go. But Bannon doesn't give a fuck. Bannon will take him on, no problem. I love it. I love it. So yes, Bannon gets that point. What is the cost of a flesh golem?
Gobble on.
Go on then.
I don't really know. Let's see. Go with 100.
You are wrong.
Oof.
I should have thought this through.
Okay.
And because I have Necro right now.
Oh, you do?
Don't look at the chat. Eh? Don't look at the chat.
We got it wrong anyway. Shot got it wrong anyway. He said 120.
It's 110.
Oh dear. Oh, well, you're making it look more respectable now. And final question then. How much does a reroll cost on roster creation for a dwarf team?
Gobble up.
Oh, he's quickly
50.
in there. You are correct. So let's tally that up. I think Rooney may have just scraped this, you know.
I think Rooney got me. But I did better than last time.
Bannon, I think just for your Cosm Cass impression, I think
it deserves a few.
I think that deserves a few extra points there. But yeah, he won bad. He was 6-3. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. So I should say he deliberately threw some wrong answers in there just to try and sabotage poor Bannon there. Disgraceful. So there you go. So this week's winner is Rooney Mount. UC win yet another thing. Boo.
Do I get a cash prize or?
Well, you was, but but because you're scared of Cass, you know, we can't be having that. Right. Okay. So that leads us on to another interesting thing: Chorfs versus Dwarfs. Who's the best? Chorfs or Dwarfs? We'll go to Rooney first. Who's better and why? Chorfs or Dwarfs? Chorfs. Why are they best?
Two things: full center, movement, obviously strength 4, and of course the access to claw. Obviously, just murders dwarves.
But obviously you need doubles though, don't you? You need doubles for that.
Yeah, but you get them.
My team hasn't, but yeah.
Not yet.
Not yet. I hope they do. Bannon, do you agree with that? Chorfs better than Dwarfs?
Yeah, I think in most situations, Chorfs are the better team to bring in. If you compare them each to every other race, like, hey, I'm playing against orcs, do I want Chorfs or dwarfs? You know what I mean? The answer is Chorfs 90% of the time.
But it's interesting that obviously people are saying Chorfs, but Dwarfs are probably the most successful sea-ladder team on the PS4. I think they've won it 3-4 times already. In fact, I think they've won it 4 times. Obviously myself, Shod, Arzawin and Blobskills have all won it with Dwarfs. Chorfs, I think Trippers won it with them in that year when he didn't really matter because it was a year where there's no cash involved, but he still won it. And apart from that, Frank Fox, I think he won it with Chorfs as well. So it's 4-2 to Dwarfs in that way. So I mean, it's a really funny one for me because obviously you've got your Hobgoblins, but obviously you're on the armor 7, so they do have a weak chink. And obviously, you know, you can't have any long beards on the bench because obviously you're only allowed 6. It's hard for me because I think Dwarfs are very good. I mean, I see I've seen more scary Dwarf teams than Chorf teams. I think with Chorfs, you've got to get them doubles pretty, you know, on them case Dwarfs. If they do, I think, they are better because obviously Mighty Blow Claw, especially if you've got a bit of piling on in there as well, he's going to make it an absolute nightmare. But again, say like Wood Elves, it ain't going to help them. You know, as much. Where obviously Dwarfs, they just discriminate on anybody, do they? They just might blow everybody to pieces. And you can obviously get more guard with them. So I always think it's an interesting one. I mean, a lot of people like yourselves have gone for Chorfs, but I think if you get two teams quite well developed, I think Dwarfs can outguard them quite easily.
I hate Dwarfs, Bernie. I hate them.
I'm not a big fan of them. I mean, like I said when I last season's Dwarfs, I did it just for the fluff of going back to season 1 when obviously we tried to score 10-25. I never ever thought they'd win the championship at all, and there wasn't that well developed either. I had a great runner and I had a great shot enforcer. What saved my bacon. But so yeah, you guys going Chorfs? I'll go Dwarfs because I've had more success with Dwarfs, and I think the high TV go Dwarfs are better, but that's just my opinion. And we're getting close to the draw. I'm sure nobody's really bothered about the draw, to be fair. Maybe we should skip it for a week or something. I'm sure they don't want to listen.
Watch the draw.
I think we should really, because
so then, right, guys?
Yeah, I mean, I'm at work later on tonight, so I'd be miserable if we did the dwarf now. If we did the dwarf. Did the draw now. We can do a dwarf if you want. It's probably not past the watershed yet, so I'll probably get in trouble for that. Doing dwarfs live on. You've heard it here first. That's how I get them to play. So yeah, let's have a look then. So the next 20 minutes will all be about the playoffs. So let's have a look then. So right, okay, let's have a quick look at your two teams before we go into the draw. But let's see if I can find them. I want to face Bernie's team. Yeah, whatever, Azo. You said you wanted an easy draw. You see this time, Monty. Let's have a look at Rooney's team. Oh, lovely. Mighty Blow Claw, Palon piece. That needs to die a horrible death. 2 agility 4 pieces. And it's only 36 TV, so the TV's fantastic. I can see this team. I don't want to play this team. I think Azawin should play this team. That should be a lot of fun. I don't want to play this team. Oh god, Agility 4. I hate Agility 4. Oh yeah, they look a pain in the backside. And again, we having low TV. Oh, he's got the Nuffle altar. Yes, that's very good. I'm gonna say better have the Nuffle altar. What's your record like this season? 7-4-5. Yeah, it's not like it depends who you play against as well, though, isn't it?
I think I lost 4 of my last 5 or something. I had a really bad end to the season.
Yeah, you beat Go Beast, though. That's a good victory there. That's a good one there.
I was quite lucky there.
Nah, well, you take them, don't you? You take them. So obviously, Rooney got to the final with the Underworld. So obviously, he has done very well with them in the past. I'll be honest, I wouldn't want to play this team. I've got no tackle as well, so I certainly would want to stay well clear with this team. So there you go. Baran, do you want to say anything about his team before we move to yours?
I mean, for the little amount of skills it does have, the blitzer and thrower each being agility 4 makes them a scoring threat on almost every play.
Yeah, yeah, and he's going to get a lot of inducements against most teams as well. What's makes him extremely dangerous. He's got the Nuffle altars, so yeah, I personally wouldn't want to face this team, and obviously the coach is very good playing them. So I'd be like, yeah, no thanks. There's a lot easier matchups. Now let's go to the Bandits tip. The team I've tipped to win it all. He's ecstatic. I know he was loving it.
Team?
He was loving it. The Venerable Twilight, the Abandons team, your team. Look at this loveliness. Agility 4 Skink had a movement down, decided not to appoint because he obviously didn't want his movement 10 Skink going splot. He's got a point and click one turner. Weird stunty. What's not to like? Probably would have liked an agility on that, but that's just being greedy. Nice bit of mighty blow in there with all 3 pieces. Some nice break tackle. 3 guard pieces on the strength 4+ team is fantastic. Just a bit of sidestep in there. A postwoman. What happened to the postman? Controversial there. Disgraceful.
All the Saurus are male celebrities over the age of 80.
All
right. Skinks are females over the age of 80. And Betty White is the Crocs because she's in a league all of her own.
The notorious RBG. I thought that was a male. I'm thinking of obviously someone else.
That's Ruth Bader Ginsburg, a Supreme Court justice.
I have no idea about. I have no idea about justice in America. All I know is they use guns and they shoot people and they call that justice. Oh, that's what I'm led to believe in Texas. Now then, so yeah, I like the team a lot. I wouldn't want to play this team. Ironically, though, I think Azwin said he would love to play this team. His juicy claw ripping into them lizards, ripping that flesh apart. No. I think he really wants to play.
I really don't want to see Arzo's team. I would not want to.
He really wants to chew on some lizard flesh. 19 wins, 10 draws, 4 losses. Fantastic. Squid Chaos. Yeah, I can understand why he'd get that. I think it's a really good team. Rooney Mount, anything you want to put on that?
No, I like the team. I think Abonon plays them very well. Watched a couple of his games. I think might need a kind draw, especially at the beginning. And you don't want to run into any claw, but it's a great team. Great coach, of course.
Yeah. I think, it's one of those teams where, I mean, obviously he's carrying 30 TV blow, but he's got 1800. That, to me, is really good value for what he's got. And I always think that's always a problem with lizard teams. They seem to be very bloaty. I don't think this is. I think where the TV is on the Skinks is fantastic. I think this is a team what's been done well. This is the sort of team you should say, look, you want to skill up a Lisbon team, right? This is how you do it. I just love this team. I really, really do, and that's why I tipped it to win it. It's just so well balanced. Could do with a bit more tackle. Yeah,
you got to recycle Skinks.
You could do with a bit more tackle, but the problem with lizards is you need so many skills. That would be the only concern. But he's got a lot of Skinks with sidestep to go and harass people and stuff like that. The movement 10 Skink is big, but obviously you can't rely on it all the time. But he does have an agility 4 Skink there as well. He's got plenty of options. I suppose a leaping war dancer could ruin his day, but then he's got guard to go on the corner of the cages. So I like this team a lot. I must admit, I really, really like this team. So I tipped it to win it. So obviously, I think it's going to go quite well. So there we go. Right, how many teams we got? We've still got 29 teams. So the problem is, I'll see if I can show you. Right, so we've got 3 teams what haven't accepted a ticket. Now, the human team is Flint Torres. I know that from basically day one. He'll be accepting his ticket on Sunday. Sadly, Resident Evil Afro Chef, he's been missing action for over 3 weeks. People said, Benny, why have you given him a ticket? It's because it's the rules. It's only fair to obviously give him the option to accept his ticket. Unfortunately, he hasn't. And it's gone past the cut-off point as well, so more than likely he will be replaced. I'm not exactly sure by who yet, but I will look into it. And the other guy, El Matados, I've already messaged his replacement if he doesn't accept his ticket. The problem we've had with a few of these is they have their messages to block, so we can't actually message them. So we send them a friend request with a message saying, please, either accept a friend request or accept our ticket, otherwise you'll miss out. And it always annoys me in a way is that they get to the ground for 6 weeks, or they play for 6 weeks, and then they just give the ticket away like this. It's so unfortunate. So there we go. So we've only got 29 teams out of 32, so we need 32 teams to do the live draw. Now this is where it can go tricky. I'm going to add 3 AI teams. Now I've never added 3 AI teams before. But Mercy said this is the best way to do it. So we're going to do it live on Twitch, so everybody knows nobody's cheating. So I hope this works. I'm going to press X to see what happens. Right, it's added in our team. Let's see if we can find it. There we go. It's an Amazon team. So let's... right, so a Maxon... I'm going to have to write these down. A Maxon Mistress. That will be... the Wood Elf team. So the Wood Elf team hasn't accepted his ticket. Whoever that gets matched with will play the Wood Elves or the Human Wildcard team, whichever one accepts the ticket first. So that's that one. Now the next add team, see what we get now, is Blessed Shields. And that team will represent Flynn Sorrow's team. I think is he human, so sort of close. And then finally we've got one more, haven't we? So this next one will represent Afro Chef's team. And that is a Sinister Tusk. What's an ogre team? Sinister Tusk.
If Afro Chef doesn't accept his ticket, what does that fall down to?
It'll go to the next Chaos. We've discussed this at length. If it should be a wildcard, or should there was talk of moving my wildcard team to the main one and giving it a wildcard ticket, but there has been thought the best way of doing it is putting another Chaos team. I don't know which Chaos team that is yet. I haven't looked, but it will be a Chaos team. We'll be taking that one. The Wood Elf position, he was already a wildcard, so wildcard will take his place. That is a human at the moment. If the human guy doesn't accept within 24 hours, then we'll move on to the next one and keep going until we find someone who can actually accept a ticket. So there you go. So it's all ready to go. Everybody knows who's who. I will do the draw now. Like I said to my guest, don't shout out who plays who, because we'll go through the first page and then we'll go into the second page. Anyone you guys don't want to go against, and I'll try and not get them for you. Anyone you don't want to play against? Abaddon?
Arzawain. I don't want to play against that team.
Okay.
Any claw. Just keep away from claw and I'll be happy.
Keep away from claw. Right down there. Keep away from claw.
Have a claw bracket and then a non-claw bracket.
Right, okay.
All right, and remember, the validity of your tip is on the line here. So remember
my tips are quality, mate. They're never wrong. If you lose, it's the coach's fault. It's never the tip. The tip's right. Rooney, anyone you really don't want to go up against?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm happy to face anybody. I'd like to get Shod if you can give me Shod.
Shod? You go, Shod. Shod said, nothing agility for me, please. Well, yeah, okay. I'll do my best, guys. I'll do my best. Here we go. No, if I get onto the right one. See, the thing is, it's took my little buttons at the bottom, so I'm just trying to guess what the button is. I'm presuming it's this one, maybe? No. Here we go. I'll try again. You can create an automatic saving. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. And there we go. Hoo-hoo-hoo! That's interesting. First page. Well, let's go through the first page first. So we've got Pro Elves, Patient Hawk, I do believe, versus Nightwatch United. So that is against Norse. Interesting second match. This is interesting. Shots in the chat. The Venerable Twilight of Abaddon with with the Bairnies tip, let's remember, with the Bairnies tip, we'll take on former champion and Shod, the Get in the Chopper guy, who is amazing with Kemery. That is going to be an amazing game. Strength v strength.
Great game.
And then
Last
we've
time I
got...
played Shod, it did not end well.
He's got those lovely pile on Blitzball going yum yum yum, lovely skink flesh. And the 4 strength Guardians, I'm sure they'll be bossing it and slapping them. Well, we're trying to slap them Saurus, but I'm sure your speed might counteract that. Then we've got Aswin. He should be happy with that draw, you know. He didn't. I think against this Town Monty. Now, to me, this could be an interesting one because obviously both UC players, so that's good. So there's a bit of bragging rights there, and obviously these sneaky little goblins and this Agility 4 could pull off a shock against the Aswin. The other thing as well, and I have to say, and Aswin will not like me for saying this, is Aswin has crashed out first round for the last 3 seasons. Surely it cannot happen again. Surely not 4 times. Well, we'll see. Now then, default Lizzies.
Claw versus Claw. That's a win. That's a win.
Yep.
And you've got your... I tell you what, it'd be interesting to see what you take, because obviously you've got Nuffle's Alter. Obviously, the thing about Springs Command is a Strength 4 Claw piece. He's pretty good as well. And there's also...
He's in already.
Yeah, he's in already. There's some juicy bits there. I can't wait. That's going to be an amazing game. Default Lizzies versus... sorry, did you want to say something before I move on?
Yeah, just I quite like that match. It's not a bad matchup for
me. So, I thought, that's a nice matchup. Yeah. Really nice matchup. So that's not a given. Oh God, I don't know. We'll come back and tip them all in a minute. The 4th one, Default Lizards, that's the Wildcard Lizardman team, Balding Guy, brilliant coach, versus the first of the admins, Mercy Flush, Zardoc Abyss, who paid me vast amount of money to take Chaos so he could take Dark Elves. Honestly, it was for the love of my fellow admin. Mercy plays Dark Elves very well, Balding plays Lizards very well. I think that's another very even game. I don't know how to do that one. The next one, WR82. This guy's impressed me. He decided to go with Dwarf Set Necro, that's Dandy, and he's against Sinister Tusk. Now, if I remember that correctly, that will be that is Afro Chef's team. Whoever takes over Afro Chef's place will play them, and it'll be Chaos. So Dwarfs be Chaos in that one. Welcome Greenskins. This is an interesting one. That's the Hawks against Teddy's Halflings. That should be a lot of fun. The Vampires, that's the Vampires, obviously, versus Choss from Boring. I think Blobs will be happy with that. Now, here's an interesting one. Gimlick said, Bernie, don't miss me. What I got. I'm going to wait until I get home and watch it. Will he be happy against playing against that team? I don't think he will, I don't think he'll like that at all. Runners in the Night versus Snowflakes. That's that Kislev 2200 team, isn't it? If he likes to give his gut runners the ball, he's going to see a lot of Kislevs jumping in and smashing off him. That's a really tough match for the Runners in the Night, but they will have the inducement and they will have... a wizard, I guess, so that's always helpful. So that's the first page. I'm dreading who I've got, but here we go. Second page now. So we've got Bronc Orcs. That's an Orc team versus Diving Squad. So that is Orcs versus... Oh, I can't remember Diving Squad. Are the Elves?
Diving Squad. I'll pull it up quick so you don't have to leave the...
Thank you. Oh God, I've got one of my nemesis I'm playing against. Oh my
Diving Squad is Mr. Big High Elf team.
High Elf team, yeah. Oh, so there you go. Interesting game. I'm a big fan of Dave. I think he'll do well. So you got the Broncos versus the Diving Squad. Viva La Forja. This coach Seghezio, he broke me last season in his playoff game against Gimlick. I embrace the chaos, the madness, and I'm really glad he's back in it. And that is Dwarves versus Amazon. Shagrath is gonna go nuts. Shagrath always loses his shit when he plays Dwarfs, and first round he decided not to take his Nagel, what was really surprising.
Sure, we'll make sure to go back and take a closer look if you want. We're just running through to see all the matchups quick, but we're
going to go straight back to them. We're going to go straight back to them. Don't worry, because we're going to get tips off them. So don't worry, we will go back to them. just that people who was on the second page now get to see it. So yeah, he will be cursing me, will Shagrath. He'll be absolutely filthy. And I do believe that dwarf team's got a lot of piling on, a lot of mighty blow and everything. So hey ho. Groovy. Good to see him backing in, my fellow friend. He goes up against the Wood Elves. So that is it Chorfs versus Wood Elves, I think? I could be, yeah, I think that's about right. I'm guessing that's right. Never-ending nightmares. He's impressed me, Lexington D. He's a coach, in my opinion, who improves every season. He's a lovely bloke. I'm glad he's in it, and his undead will do well. They're against Amazon Mistress, who will be the Wood Elf or Human team, so that's a good matchup for him. Hey, Ice Phoenix, how you doing, buddy? Dead or Dead. This guy, oh man, there wasn't many guys who frustrated me last season in the Sea Ladder, but this guy always seems to get the better of me, regardless of being dice breaking with players or just playing well. He goes up against Sergal. Sergal's going to have, he's going to have to be prepared, because that Dead or Dead coach, Crazy Ape, is a very good coach. I could see maybe a potential shock there. If Sergal treats him as just a new guy to the Sea Ladder, he's going to have a shock. So that'll be a good one. And there will be Sol, another coach who's been doing very well and has played Bretonnians very well this season. I've played him a few times. And obviously, you know my love for Bretonnians. I'll be on the Bretonnian flag going, come on, Bretonnians. He's against Puzki. And Nathariel, who is an Echo coach, he got in because Dandy picked Dwarf, so he got in through the back door. And then some guy called Monsters on Your Bed, the current champion, myself, Benny Buffon, trying to break the curse what only Aswin's been able to break so far against one of his nemesis, Sarah Aggravain, who always I seem to struggle against, and they are ogres. Ooh, ogres versus chaos. That's going to be a bloodbath for sure, but it should be a fun one. So let's go back to the games then, so everyone knows, and we'll want predictions from you guys. So Patient Hawk versus Nightwatch United. We'll start with Rooney first. Who do you like in this contest and why?
What race is Patient Hawk?
I am going to them now. Let's have a look. I do believe, I want to say Pro Elves. Could be wrong. I'm blind as a bat, so it'll take me ages to find the bloody. There we go.
Elven Union, yeah, Pro Elves.
Yeah.
Yes. Tricky one. I think maybe the Norse will take it.
I think they're a bit battered, are they? Oh yes. I suppose the good thing with them, they've got 2 movement 9 pieces. What's glorious. I've never played this guy.
I think the Elves will take this one.
Yeah, I've never played him.
I think the Elves will take it. They're going to have a wizard, and that has a lot of value in the playoffs. If neither of them are coaches that I recognize, so it'll be interesting to see how they react to playoff setting. I know the first time I did a playoff match, I was a little scattered. So.
Yeah, I think I'm going to murder his name. Shayu Oliveira, and that's as best as I'm going to get. I think he's been in the playoffs before. He plays Norse all the time. He plays them very, very well. It's a tricky one, this, because I think I know how decent level Oliveira plays. I'm not so sure about the other guy, and that's no disrespect. I just haven't seen him play. His 2 movement now pieces are going to be big. He'll obviously probably get a wizard as well. But I just think the break so much, I've got to give it to the Norse. I think obviously he's been in the place before, so he knows what to expect. The other guy hasn't.
You know what? I agree with you. It's going to be. I think Norse has the advantage in this one.
I think they'll get it by attrition. I think they'll do it by attrition. That's why I'm going for them. But I think Pro Elves, if they can score and then score with the wizard, boom, boom, get a quick lead, they may do it. But even at 2-0, even if they're 2-0 up after about 5-10, they could still see the Norse coming back into this. The Norse have got a bench. They've got a killer, a Paladin killer. I just like them. And like I said, he's had experience in the players before, so that's there. So 2-1 for that. So obviously, Rooney's going for Patient Hawk. Me and Abanon going for Nightwatch United. Now this next one, beautiful match this. I really hope this match gets played when I'm not at work. The Venerable Twilight, the Bernie's Tip, will go up against the Shoddenator, the UC Slayer. He'll be gutted he's not playing UC. He loves playing the UC. So I'll go to Rooney first, because obviously it's your team, Abanon. Who wins this game?
Who wins this match? Oh, Rooney first. Rooney
first.
Okay.
I think this is the pick of the round. I think this match, fantastic match, 2 great coaches. I think it comes down to the races. I fancy Lizards a bit faster. I think Lizards pull it off. I think just on speed.
Yeah, that's I'm gonna have a look at Shot's team. Like I said, the Abanon team, I love it. I've got to pick the Abanon team because hey, it's the Bernie's tip. I have to. So I'll have a look at the Shot's team just so it's, we'll have a look at his team because we haven't looked at it yet. Decayed but whole. I'll say this: Shot is a former champion. That counts a lot. He's been there. He knows it. Even last season, he got to the semi-finals. I think he knocked Segel out on the way. He knocked all the any UC member got in his way. He just ran them over. And that's not an easy thing to do because obviously UC are supremely quality coaches, all of them. So that was very impressive what Shot did. I think this team's got a chance. I think it's going to be a close game. It really is. It wouldn't surprise me whoever won this one. I'm obviously going with Bannon because obviously he's gone for the Bernie's tip. But this is good. I mean, he's got some scary pieces. I mean, if them Blitz Riders can take out some skinks early doors, this could be trouble. And obviously, I'm looking at the TV value, 1770. Obviously, you've got that TV bloat, so you'll probably drop that. So he might have enough for probably a babe. So not much difference there. Oh shit, Shagraff's here. I hope you haven't seen the draw. Shag, go away, mate. You don't need to see the draw. It's fine. You got a nice team. Don't worry. Don't look at the draw, Shag. For your own sanity, don't look at the draw. Abanon, what do you think of the draw? Happy with the draw? Not happy with the draw?
I think Shad and I are quickly becoming a friendly rivalry.
Oh, that sounds good.
Shad took me out in the quarterfinals in season 14.
Ooh.
When I had the Vamp Orc.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Shad ran me over on his way to the championship in a match that I thought I was slightly favored in.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a hard-fought match, but I think that none of the Tomb Guardians have block, and that is going to come back to be a problem in the long run.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I like about the first round. You get so many exciting matchups. I mean, I love the first round. You have so many matchups. So it's like, wow, there's so many games to watch. It's brilliant. And playoffs, there's something about the playoffs. You get so many great games, and a lot of these games, because the coaches are so close in skill-wise, that they go to overtime, and you get penalties, and I just love it. But to me, that's one of...
I didn't want Shad.
Not many people would have wanted Shad. I wouldn't have wanted Shad.
I wanted Shad.
Oh, you would, yeah, you would. Hey, I tell you what, if you knock ours away now, there's a chance you might get him. So there you go. There's your incentive. tip a Bannon to win. Curse the Bannon's lizards, and then obviously Shad will go through. You beat ours to win, and there you go. You're almost there. You only have to then beat the Dark Elves or the other lizards. But yeah, I mean, I've got to go for Bannon just on the sole point. It's Benny's tip. So, and you think Bannon as well, Rooney?
Well, yeah.
Obviously, you're going to go. You're obviously going to go with your own team.
I think I'm going to win.
Yeah, I think you're going to win. That's the spirit. Now, it is an interesting one. I mean, obviously, as everyone... Well, if you don't know, I'm going to say it again. Me and Aswin speak every day. Very good mate. And he was saying to me, Benny, you better not give me a tough bloody game. The last 3 seasons, he's had Saviour's Chest, he's had Shod, and he's had Segel. Now he's got probably the best Underworld coach. Sorry, I have to laugh. This is another game I can't wait. I mean, the Veil of Twilight and Decayed But Whole is an amazing game, but I think this other game is great. It's always good when 2 UC guys go against each other because they're all good coaches. You just know the rivalry's there. It's really, really good. Shagraff's in an inducement fest. It is. And there's pressure on Azwin, isn't it? Because people will say Azwin should win this game. That's the way they look at it. I mean, that's the pressure a 4-time champion will always have. But for the last 3 seasons, he's gone out first round. What's all that about? So, I mean, how will Azwin's confidence be shot? I mean, we know he's a psychologist, so that'll help. But I don't know. Let's have a look at the team. Let's have a look at the Azwin team then. 2,100. Lot of TV value. He's got some nice claw, but not loads of claw. He's got 2, unless my eyes deceive me. So only 2 claw pieces. One is a piling on. He's got 4 guard, decent ball carrier. It's an alright team. I've seen a lot of better teams than this from Azwin in the past. The Beast of Nagel is a problem, especially when you've got Strength 2 Goblins. That would be a concern. An Agility 4 killer Pestigo's interesting. You've got to take Agility though. It's an alright team. I mean, I wouldn't be bothered playing this team if Azwin wasn't the coach, is what I'm trying to say. Because Azwin's the coach, I want to dodge this like the plague. Boom, boom. Benagel. Sorry. Abannon, we'll go to you first. What do you like this team? I mean, we'll have a look. We'll have a look at the other team while we're having a look. Where's good old Rooney? I'm glad I out playing Rooney.
I like Arzo's team. Like I said from the beginning, I didn't want to run into that team.
See, so I did you a favour.
Yeah. Well, we're all up in this. That top group of 8 is pretty packed. But
yeah.
I think Rooney can pull this out. I think the 2 agility 4 pieces are going to work well. Winning the toss is going to be big. Whoever wins the toss is going to have an advantage. But I'm hoping for a very, very, very bloody match.
Yeah.
Where there's one goblin left on the pitch to bring it home for Rooney.
The thing I look at this, and I've played Rooney before, and obviously I've seen him play a lot of games, and he obviously likes to keep distance and just like guerrilla warfare tactics, hit something, run away, what he should do with these sort of teams. And when he sort of gets that rhythm going, he usually wins. When he doesn't get that rhythm going, Rooney sometimes seems to struggle, like any coach would with Underworld. He's got that killer. He's going to get another kill if he wants it. He's going to have a wizard. He can get other stuff as well. I mean, what's he going to get? He's going to get 640, but 740
altar too.
Yeah, and he's got the altar. I think Rooney's going to win this, and Rooney's going to be weeping because I've tipped Rooney. But I think with the inducements he's got, and he plays these at such a high level, I would be concerned that they haven't played well this season, but it doesn't matter. You've got to peak in the playoffs. You just got to get to the playoffs. As I think Shagras said on his stream yesterday, we see all these wonderful 16-0 records or 16-1 records come to the playoffs, get knocked out. It doesn't matter. It's just getting to the playoffs. When you get to the playoffs, that's all what matters. I'm going to tip. I'm going to go Rooney. I'm going on the Rooney train. I agree with Bannon. I can't believe I'm going against Arzawin, but I'm going to go on the Rooney train. So I'm going to tip them. Rooney, are you happy to be going against Arzo?
Oh no! It's all over. I might as well just concede, I think.
No, don't. We tipped you. You can't lose.
If you're not trying to win, just kill as many of his
players.
I like the matchup. I think it's a good matchup for me. Loads of inducements, which is always fantastic. I like playing that style. I mean, I like keeping the TV low, getting inducements.
Yeah.
And of course, it's an honor to face probably the best coach on the PS4, and maybe one of the best in the world in Arzawin. So great match. Very excited. That's great.
Yeah.
I'll probably lose though, but
I don't think it's a tough one to call. It's a tough call. Yeah. Everyone will expect Arzawin to win. Because it's Arzawin, like I said, it's probably the best coach on the PS4. But you're a good coach, especially with the Underworld, and you've already proven you've knocked out a lot of good coaches before. And I've just got a sneaky feeling. I think he's either going to win this from like 2-1, or you're going to get hammered 5-0. It's one of those games where you're either going to scrape a win, or you're going to get absolutely minced.
Being in UC, I think you have more experience against Arzawin than most people do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and no pressure as well, which is always great. Just sit back and relax and take risks and just enjoy the game, which is fantastic.
And that's it. It's always good to be the underdog. We see a lot of people trying to play the underdog role. I do it. I learned from the best in Serious Jest. My dog seems to agree with that as well. He was like, yeah, definitely. So yeah, the missus has come down, so the dog's talking to the missus. All right, I'm live. There's the official Bernabeu Founders having a chat. So yeah, we're all in agreement. Then we all go for Rooney. No pressure. Does that mean that Arzo's the underdog now? Who knows? Next one, default Lizzies against Zardoc Abyss. That is Merciflush and his Dark Elves. I love Merciflush. Merciflush has a knack of going deep into playoffs with teams what are very Sergal-like. A lot's made of Sergal's amazing habit of having just decent teams taking them far. Message is the same. And this will be interesting. I am really looking at both these teams, so let's have a look. Bannon, you can go first. We'll have a look at default Lizards first, wherever they may be. Balding Guy's the coach. I love Balding Guy. He's a great coach. Wherever he is.
Mercy's got 5 blodgers and 9 players total. Just keeping that in mind.
Right. I'm just on lizards at the moment. Sorry, I'm just on the lizards at the moment.
Pull up lizards.
Oh, that's a nice team. Oh, that's a nice team.
They're a pretty good lizard team. He's got 2 tackle pieces, I think, and the elves are stuck with 11 men unless they induce a star player.
Yeah.
So I think the lizards can take this.
Yeah, I like
nice
these.
Skink.
Yeah.
Got a nice agility 4 skink, lodge, plus movement, sure feet, sidestep.
Okay. I will defend Mercy in a way, because Mercy didn't expect to get through. He does this every season. He's not going to make the playoffs, and people either drop out or they go to another team and someone gets in. It's an amazing skill he has of doing. He's got some nice blodge. He's got strength 4 piece. He's got a mighty blow block witch elf. Was nice. Agility 5 lineman. And he's gonna get some inducements. How many did he say he's got 9 players? 5, 6. Yeah, he's got 9 players. So another 140 on there. That's 1390. So yeah, he could induce himself another player. He may go for the wizard. I don't know. I'd be tempted to go for that strength 4 strip baller, to be honest. He's a Hubris Ratcath. I don't know. This is a tough one. I sort of got a. I really should be with my admin dude, but I really like the lizards. I really like the lizards. Rooney, who do you prefer? Who do you think will win?
I think you're being very kind to Mercy's team, and I think they're going to get destroyed. I think Bolden guys. Mercy's a great coach, but I don't think he's got the team. And Bolden guys a really, really underrated coach, really good coach. The Lizards, I think, is going to give him a bit of a beating.
I'm going to go with Mercy. I've seen Mercy do this all the time. I shouldn't do, but you two have gone for the Lizards. I've got to stick with my admin. I've got to stand with my buddy admin. Admin stick together. So I'll go for Mercy just for that. And I've seen Mercy pull off these sort of results before. So I will go against the grain, and I will go for Mercy. And I can imagine he'll be very appreciated that I've tipped him. WR82 versus Sinister Tusk. We can't really discuss that game because the other team haven't actually got it. We don't know who he's going to play against. But we'll just have a quick look at Dandy's team, just to be fair. Now, this team's scary. It's dwarfs with piling on galore, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Dandy's really come on strong. I don't remember Dandy from prior seasons.
He's a pain in the backside, mate. I've played him so many times this season. He is a pain in the backside. Very good coach.
Oh, I don't remember him prior to season 16.
He wasn't.
I played him once.
It's a tabletop coach from Spain, another Spaniard, another good Spaniard, I may stress. And he played very well. He seems to be very much in the Calzim Cass, I must break everything, sort of thing. Even with his Necro team.
I think he beat my Lizards during the season.
He could have done, yeah.
He's one of my losses.
Yeah, he's a good coach. He beat me once, and I drew a few times, and I beat him once. He's very good, and he's a nice guy as well. He's a really pleasant guy to speak to. I chat with him when he's on, and we have a laugh because we played end of last season. It was just me and Dim. He said, "Right, you ready to play? We might as well play each other because nobody else is spinning." So yeah, he's very good. He's very good with dwarves. Was the best for him to not take. Yeah, I mean, when I was speaking to him about dwarves and Necro, I said to him if it was my choice, I'd have gone with dwarves because I just think his dwarf team was a lot better than his Necro. But
so when I see teams like this, I just assume the coach is mean.
He is. He's a mean bugger.
Because the team is so good.
Yeah, I mean, I had a word with him because when he beat my Dark Elves, I'd already given up and he kept fouling and chasing me all over the place, and we had heated exchanges. And he said, "I just play for fun." I said, "You don't play fun if you're trying to wreck people's teams after I've quit." So we got a bit of, but since then we've been having a good laugh and having a bit of healthy rivalry. And I honestly thought that's the team I would have been placed with. Luckily, I missed out on that. But he will be playing Sinister Tusk, who will be Afrosha. So he's against Chaos regardless. So he'll be playing a Chaos team. So that could be interesting. Hopefully he'll go against a Chaos team with a lot of claw and we can have a bloodbath. Azuin's back! Yeah, mate. You're against Rooney Mount and you're going to lose because we've all tipped Rooney. And Rooney knows how good the Bennett tip and the Outbannon tip is. He can't possibly lose. So you'll have to play back and watch it, Azu, about your team, unfortunately. So next game, Vampires. Oh no, it isn't. World Cup Greenskins versus the Halflings of Killer Sandwich. Now, you know what? People are going to laugh at me here. I was dreading playing the Flings because it's Teddy Tom. And Teddy Tom has magic. He can win with anything. And he was ripping it up with these Halflings. And you can't win when you go up against Halflings because everybody expects you to win. But if you don't, you're going to get the piss taken out of you.
I mean, he knows how to play him.
Oh, he does. He does. And he's got 2 block trees, if I remember. Good old Wheelie, the Orc coach. Well, he can't complain. He's got a nice draw. He's against Flings, you would think. And I'm trying to find my... There we go. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at the Flings first of all. Let's have a look at Teddy Tom, who will get some inducements, I'd imagine. He's only on 1220. He's got Agility 4 Halfling, what's huge. He's got 2 block treemen, what's huge. He's got Grab on 1. He's got some... is that Sure Feet as well he's got there on a few Flings? Teddy's a damn scary coach, yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to play these Flings. I had no tackle, but he's a good coach. I think this is a really, really good team for what it is.
I think it's the perfect Halfling team, isn't it, almost?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I
he
think
can
so.
get the tree. He's going to be able to get, the tree, Puggy, and maybe
Chef.
the chef. Should be able to get all 3, because he is the Nuffle altar, too.
Yeah. This is not... I mean, obviously, the Orcs will start favourite, I would imagine, and I don't disagree, but this is a huge banana skin. Huge banana skin. It's one of those where you think, you know what, yeah, I'm happy I'm playing against them, but at the same time, I think, God, if I lose to these... I'm just trying to find where Wheeler's team is, whatever page it's on. There they are. No, that's the other Orc team. There he is. I look at Wheeler's team for a while. I think this is a diving tackle Black Hawk, if I remember. Yeah. So alright, okay. So England, the number 2 blitzer, he could have a field day, as could Brazil. The rest of the team, nothing great about the rest of the team. Very standard build. I personally wouldn't have had a problem playing this team. I wouldn't be scared of this team. That's no disrespect to Wheelie. I think he's lost a few players on the way. He's sure-handed blitzer, armor rate, not great. Guard on your ball carrier, never a big fan of that. I'll be honest. I mean, I don't know. I love Wheelie, and I don't want to have a go at Wheelie because I don't want to upset him. But through the TV, I'm not really impressed with it. I'm sorry, Wheelie. I do love Wheelie.
I don't
He's a
like
good
trolls
coach.
on Orc teams. I don't like trolls on teams.
I like trolls. I think that's the best thing about this team.
You know, I play Orcs
I
fairly
know.
often. I don't put a troll on those teams. In team quarterfinals, no troll needed.
I think we could go on for this conversation area. I think anyone who doesn't have a troll on their team and they play me, I'm like, woohoo, yay, no troll. Because trolls are strength 5 with guard. And if the Blackhawks have all got guard, then they're a nightmare. I mean, obviously, unfortunately for Wheelie, he obviously lost a lot of Blackhawks and he just couldn't get the guard on them. You know, if he had got a bit more guard on them players, the Blackhawks, this team looks a lot more scary. But the problem with Orcs is
that thrower needs a level. That thrower needs to be Blodge.
Yeah.
He has down there.
Yeah, and he's got potential. I mean, like I said, this team's got... The good thing about this team is a lot of their players are quite close to another level up. And we know Wheeler's a very good coach. Wheeler's very, very good coach. I love his streams, really honest, fun streams. And I hope he does really, really well. And he's got a very good chance. People will expect him to win this because Teddy's a good coach, but so's Wheelie. The problem I have is... it's Teddy, and Teddy... Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Abannon, who do you think wins this?
I think Wheelie wins it. I think it's going to be closer than it should be against the Flings, but I do think Wheelie will take it. I can't think that the Flings are going to win in the playoffs.
Okay, Rooney?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Flings. I really like this halfling team.
Yeah.
I think it's a 50-50. I think.
I think this is a close game. Definitely, with the inducements he gets and that.
Definitely a close match.
I mean, if he can take out the blitzer, the Orc blitzer, if he can just stamp on him or take him out.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a very interesting game.
Yeah.
So I'll take Flings.
I'm going with the Flings as well. I'm going with the Flings. No disrespect to Wheelie, but I like this Fling team with all them inducements. I think that's going to be key. He's got enough alter. I really shouldn't because I'm a big Orc fan. And the Orcs really should win this, but I've just got this gut reaction that this isn't going to be straightforward. I think the key is that Mighty Blow tackle pylon piece. If that guy can keep getting removals, then he's fine. But I would imagine Teddy will be stamping all over that, the best chance he gets. He'll have 3 trees as well. Yeah, Wheelie be happy I tipped him, yes. See, I love you really, Wheelie, I love you. I don't know. I think it's been a good game to watch. Messi says I played versus Bernie last night and had Troll and Ripper. Yeah, like I said, my team, and I discussed this thing with Kaz, and Kaz said, look, if I go up against any strength teams while I'm going to guard, I'm going to be in major troubles, as that proved. I did extremely well to get a draw out of that, I thought, if I'm being honest. But yeah, I mean, he's going to have 3 strength big guys, isn't he? The Troll may help with Wheelie in this, because it gives him a bit of strength. But no, I'm going to go with the Flings. I'm going to go with the Flings as well. So Wheelie, if you lose, don't blame me. Right then, the Vampires versus Chorfs, fun or boring? Oh, and I almost basically did the result for them there. I'm sure they'd be extremely happy. Oh god. Interesting game, because I think Dungeon Master came very late on the scene with the Vampires. He raced past whoever had them. I can't remember who it was. And then yeah, it's an interesting team. I think Shagrath had a look at these Vampires and he was very happy with them. So we'll have a look at the Vampires first before we go to ex-champion Blob Skills. Rooney, we'll let you go. You talk us through this first. Anything you like, dislike about this team?
Yeah, love the team. It's a good team considering he's only played how many games? It's played a few games. Quite a few games, 15 games or so. Strength plus on a vampire is a pain in the ass, as is agility, so that's great.
Yeah,
he's snuck in some guard, which is clever. Not everybody goes for guard and vampire. I think that makes sense.
Yep.
Agility throw and 240 in the bank, which is interesting as well.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what he does with that. I mean,
yeah.
I think he's probably looking at see what he's against, and then see what he can do.
Yeah, could get another vampire if he wants. So
yeah,
got now 2 vampires. So that'd be interesting.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what he does. I mean, Dungeon Master's a very good coach. Very good coach. He knows what he's doing. And you have to be a good coach to play vampires, I think, personally. And he's not got many skills, but the skills he's got to me are very good. You know, obviously the strength 5 vamp, the agility 5 vamp, agility 4 thrall. I like it and I don't like it. I like it because you can give it to the thrall and he can score and you don't have to worry about getting a 1 when you're trying to score. So I like that. Because obviously give him the ball and let the vampires go and cause carnage. I think if it was my team, that thrall gets the ball. You may disagree with that. I'd definitely be tempted to get another vampire, I think.
I think you got to give the thrall the ball in this situation. I mean, if you look at the team you're up against Blobs, Nurgle, I believe.
I'd say Chorfs.
Chorfs? Yeah, well, that's not doing any favors either. My problem is Dungeon Master's going to have to start hot really quick in the game, because by the end of the game, those thralls won't be grinded off the pitch. You know, they need to get the lead early and hope to hang on to it.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting game. I mean, Dungeon Master saying it was sort of like I like it and I don't like it on the thrall, but I had to take it. I like it. I mean, first of all, when I first saw it, I was like, oh my god, agility on the thrall, what the hell? And then I looked at it and thought, you know what? That's actually really good, because the game plan is give him the ball, protect him, and let everybody else, let the vampires run carnage. So I really got on the thrall train. I think if it wouldn't be a mistake giving it to a vampire, but to me, I would give it to the thrall every day of the week. I'll be like, here's the ball, you keep hold of it, we'll protect you. The problem he's got though is obviously against a team with a lot of mighty blow, and the claw piece as well. He's got to take care of that claw piece. It'll be interesting to see what he does with his extra cash. He could go and stack up on thralls if he wants to, but I'd be trying to foul that.
You could also go for a reroll as well, Bernie. Right? For a reroll.
Yeah, could go for a reroll as well. And that's the interesting thing as well. The Chorfs only have 2 rerolls.
Yeah,
he has got a leader though. He does have a leader, but you know, funny things can happen.
What's the difference in TV for this match?
The TV, well, it's funny, isn't it? Because it's 1750, but he's carrying a lot of bloat, isn't he?
If he kills the bloat, gets rid of a thrall even, if he wants to go crazy, he could induce the chef and really cause problems. Really cause problems for the Chaos Dwarfs.
That's a huge risk, though. Huge risk. If he comes off.
It is a huge risk.
Oh god, 246. He's got 90 off there, so yeah, 15, 20. Yeah. Oh, I don't know what he wants to do. But the thing is, he's got plenty of options to play around with. I mean, he may just go for Wizard. Although, to me, I don't really think Wizards are so important on Vampire teams because they can crack a cage open, no problem, especially when you've got an Agility 5 with Vampire. I like the Vampires a lot here. My only concern is the attrition. But I don't know. Rooney, who do you think wins this?
I think you've just got to slightly favour the Chorfs. I think, but again, it's not a easy matchup for Blood.
Yeah, I mean the thing is as well. Sorry, before I forget, Dungeon Master's made a good point. Don't forget the financial fair play things on, so you're not spend 40k of your own cash. You can't spend any more than that. Good point. We haven't mentioned that. Good thing. So you only can spend 40k of that. As always, just asking about the teams, the AI teams. Right, okay. The Amazon Mistresses, one what I've got highlighted there, they will be the Wood Elf team we can't get hold of now, or the Human team. The Blessed Shield, that is Flynn Sorrow's team. And the Ogre Tusk team, that is Afro Chef's team, what will be replaced by a Chaos team. That's all the information I can give you at the moment, Azza. So there you go. So you're saying the Chorfs. What about you, Abannon?
Well, I picked the Chorfs in this matchup. I think the Vampires are going to have to do something crazy to be able to overcome the attrition that is coming their way.
My concern with the Vampires is attrition. That is my main issue. But I'm gonna pick the Vampires because I just like them. I think they can get into the cage. They've got the strength. They've got the agility. So that'll manipulate the guard. Shagrath will tell you, just hypno. As long as the hypno works, it's going to be carnage. If he wants to, he can get himself a wizard. If he plays about with his inducements, he can get another vampire. In fact, he might be better to get into another 2 thralls. I don't know. But he's got a lot of stuff he can think about, mull over, and do. I mean, Blobskill's a very good coach, and obviously he's a former champion with Dwarfs. So, I get why people expect him to win. But I've just got a feeling there's going to be a few shocks this round. And I think the Vampires take this. I would like to see them get a wizard, if I'm being honest, if they can. But, yeah, I'm going to go Vampires. Right, here's another good game. Runners in the Night versus Snowflakes. I don't know if Gimlick's going to be happy with that or not. Probably not. I think, actually, I don't know if it was him or Azwin who said, don't give me Kislev. I can't remember. But it's a tough game. Gimlick plays Rats very well. I haven't seen his team for a while. Here it is. So he's got 1540, 140 in the bank. He will get inducements. That's a big thing. He's got 2 Mighty Blow tackle pieces. He's got look at that, an admin holding back a level. Naughty admin. So we don't know if that's Claw or what. He's got some nice pieces. 2-headed. Oh, he's been rolling a lot of doubles. 2-headed gutter runners. One with strip ball and wrestle, so he can get the ball. A lot of wrestle. He's got kick piece. Only 11 plays, but he does have the inducements. So that is 1540, and he's against Snowflakes, who I think has the highest TV in the competition, 2210.
Yeah, it's at 2200, but I think it's gonna come down before the match. I think he's holding cash.
Yeah. So yeah, he's holding 50k cash. The Kislev, they can get the ball off him any way possible, right, with loads of things. Abannon, we'll come to you first. Who do you fancy in this matchup and why?
Oh man, that's such a good match. Gimlick versus Projecki. It's weird. You'd think that Projecki would be the Skaven team in this match. It's kind of a toss-up. I'm gonna have to give it to the Rats because of the inducements that they're going to get. I give it to Gimlick.
Yeah, I'm just saying what the the enhancement. Oh, it's a magician shop. So both coaches will get a wizard. Is it at... Oh, I didn't look. Oh, it's at... Oh, I see Runners in the Night. Oh, okay. I thought it was at Snowflakes and Six. He had the wizard shop, so that'd be interesting. I don't know if Skaven have got anything. Let's have a look. Come on. No enhancements.
Which side is the stadium on?
It's on the Skaven. Yeah, it's the Skaven's home ground, so there's no stadium enhancement involved. So that's a shame for the Kislev, because they'd have got a free magician. But hey, it is what it is.
That helps Gimlick.
It does. Rooney, who do you like in this one?
And I think Projecki's going to take this one.
Yeah.
He's got a pretty amazing team. Just looking at it now. He's got a bit of everything. Lots of strip ball, which is interesting. I think that will come into play. I don't think the Rats have sure hands. I think Projecki could actually go quite far in this tournament. I think.
The problem... Go on, I just want to say, the problem with Projecki is every season we see him with all these great teams and we expect him to go and win it. I remember Tom predicted him to win it with Rats one time, and then regardless, I don't know if it's bad luck or what, he always seems to fall a bit short. And I've seen him play now Kislev, and I'm thinking, oh my god, he plays them so well. He was probably one of my tips to win the full thing. In the end I went with the Lizards, but I just thought it was just amazing. Just to tell Dinah, there isn't a wizard shop. That was he's the away team, so there is no wizard shop in play. Sorry, Rudy, if you want to continue. Sorry.
No, just Projecki knows Rats. You know, he knows how they play. So I think he'll be able to sort of counter guess up and Gimlick. Yeah, I'd take Projecki. He might also actually cut a few players before the game. I think cut some blood.
Yeah.
He's got a few injuries, and he's a smart coach. I really like Projecki.
I do. Coach. And to me, he's one of the best one-turners in the game on the PS4 for definite. I love Gimlick and team admin and all that, but I'm Projecki all the way here. I think Projecki will just jump into the cage, punch his lights out, get the ball, see you later. The only thing, obviously, I mean, Rats will always give you a chance against anybody. So, it wouldn't be the biggest surprise. And he will get that wizard, and he will get other inducements. But this Kislev team just looks too good. It's got everything covered. So, I'm
going to stick with the Rats. I think,
and he's a former champion as well, remember? And he got to the final last season as well. So, Gimlick can play. And people will probably say Gimlick's proven a lot more than Projecki in the Cup because he's won it and he's got further. And he plays Rats really well, does Gimlick. So it's going to be a close game. I just like the thing that a lot of times you're going to see a gut runner with a ball. He's only strength 2. These leapers are going to be coming in saying, hiya mate, bang. So it's going to force the Skaven to score. The Skaven aren't going to be able to stall this out. They're going to have to score in 2 turns. Try and protect the ball first turn, then maybe hand it off and score, or they're going to have to do something. They cannot cage you up. They ain't going to be able to do nothing. And that's why I give Kislev the thing, because Kislev can stall, can do what they want. Unfortunately, the Rats ain't going to have that option because you've got so many pieces who can jump into the cage and get the ball loose. So, Kislev are going to try and do Skaven on Skaven. And, as Rooney just said, Projecki knows how to play Rats. He'll also know the weaknesses. And I think, I really do like Kislev in there. And hi to Goblin Throw Elf Eater. What a name that is. Fantastic. So, page 2. A guy who I love a lot, Dave and his Orcs. I love Dave. Good luck charm for me. Love him lots. His Orcs against Darwin squad, who I do believe is big 8-3s High Elves. A Bannon who wins this one.
Oh, I like Orcs. I like Dave as a coach, and I like Orcs as a race. And High Elves. I think if it was Wood Elves, it might be a little bit different conversation, but I think the Orcs are built really nice. I think they can take this one.
See, the thing is, I look at... Oh, God, I feel like I'm going to go at Wheelie again here. Sorry, Wheelie. I look at Wheelie's Orcs, not really impressed with them, and then I look at this Orc team, I'm like, this is how Orcs should be built. Guard, what's that? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guard, 8 guard. He's got the Troll. He's got Stand Firm on the Troll. He's got... Mighty Blow, he's got a pile on Frenzy Killer, Stand Firm. Oh my god, this is how you build a freaking Orc team. I love it.
Besides that troll. Get rid of that troll.
Nah, that troll's brilliant. He's going to be able to just park his backside next to the ball carrier and go, "Hi there, I'm not moving anywhere. Run away." And the thrower, I like the thrower. Shagrath hates the thrower. I like the thrower. Extra movement. He's got blodge. He's got tackle. He's accurate. I love it. Why? I don't know why
I don't use the thrower either. I only use blitzers, bobs, and linemen. That's it. All you need.
Blitzers, I don't know. I just think blitzers are there to do other stuff. They're not there to carry the ball, unless you get a really good one. But hey, that's why everyone does different stuff. I love this team. This team, to me, there's nothing I can really say against it. It's basically how you build an Oak team. It's as simple as that. I really don't know. He will win this game. I don't even have to look at the high elf team because it's Dave. But we will. We'll have a look. What page is this? Where are they?
Page 3, I think.
Page 3. Let's have a look then. I'll go to page 3.
Yeah, I don't think these elves have much.
They got no chance.
No chance. So that means they'll probably win then. Yeah. Oh man. Ugh. They'll get inducements, but not loads. They'll probably need more inducements here. I don't like this at all. I think this is to be a car crash.
And they're taking a journeyman.
Yeah. So I think this is a car crash. I hope Mr. Big. I think this might be his first playoffs as well. I hope he enjoys himself. You could win. You could win. Yeah. Never say never. We've seen these sort of results happen before. But on paper, I got to go with my boy Dave. His team is just far better. Bigger, stronger, faster. Well, not faster, but better. So, are we all in agreement on this team?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick question.
Yep.
Yeah.
Have Orcs ever won before? Have they won the tournament before?
Azawin won the first season with them.
Because I mean, you might see it again here. I think it's a great team. I really like this team.
Azawin won it first season.
Yeah, I think Dave may be one of the favourites to win it.
I think Dave's always going to be there or thereabouts. He's a guy I didn't want to play against because obviously he is very good with all that guard. Dan, I want to know how many losses. I'll go back to that for you quickly. Broncos had lost. Let's have a look.
Four losses.
Yeah, 16-10-4. So good record. So there you go. So we're all in. Yeah, we're all in agreement with that one.
Yeah.
Alright, next one. Now that this one. Oh no, Shag's gonna kill me. Viva la Foha! Seghezio! The crazy coach! He's crazy! He's so fun to watch though! He does crazy shit like dodging with chainsaws. Hey, and it works! Against Amazons, I think Shagrath would have liked anything but dwarfs. He hates dwarfs. It was dwarfs last season what ripped his dark elves apart. And first round he gets dwarfs again. But it's Shagrath. Shagrath is a great coach. He's brilliant. If anyone can do it, Shagrath can. So my question to you guys, who's gonna win? We'll go with Rooney this time.
Yeah, dwarfs will probably take it. Shagrath, great coach. Great streamer as well. I don't know if you're watching his.
Oh yes, his stream. I love his streamers.
Yeah, he's good.
That's brilliant. Brilliant streamer. And just like you said, if anybody can do it, Shagrath can do it. But you've got to go with the dwarfs.
Yeah. Okay.
I gotta go with the dwarfs too. And I think if Segezio's match goes well, he has the possibility of getting 1, 2, 3, 4 levels in that game, and the team could really start improving in the playoffs. I gotta go with the dwarfs, and depending upon his levels, he might become one of the favorites moving forward out of this side.
Right. Okay. Right. Dwarfs should win this game. That I would agree with. I would totally agree straight away. Dwarfs should win this game, but I do have reservations with this dwarf team. This dwarf team pitch cleared my chaos in about 29 hits, so I know the firepower this team has. He's built them nicely, all that guard, stand firm, might blow a pile on, everything he's got. It's great. My concern with this team is Seghezio has a bad habit of not protecting the ball. And against a coach like Shagrath, you do not protect the ball. We saw it last season. He should have beaten Gimlick. And he left a freaking hole so big the Titanic could have swam through it. It was that big. And when he had everything going for him. That's my concern. I mean, if he absolutely just breaks the Amazons, it won't matter. But I've seen him in a lot of games where he doesn't seem to look after the ball. If he doesn't look after the ball against Shagrath, he's going out. It's as simple as that. Shagrath, one of the best guys to manipulate the ball loose on the PS4, I think, personally. I look at this team and he shouldn't lose. These dwarfs should not lose. But I'm going to tip the Amazons. Because it's Shagrath, and I trust Shagrath more than I do Seghezio. And good coaches...
I would trust Shag in most cases. It's just
I know.
All the dodge running into the dwarves.
I know. But I just got this vision that he's going to leave the door open and Shag's going to say, cheers, mate. And he does have some foulers. I think you're going to see Shag foul every turn. He's going to stamp all over these. And I think even if the dwarfs win this, they will have a few missing next game. Because I think Shagrath's going to be like trying to win the game, but if he doesn't, he'll take as many of these down with him. I agree with you two guys. On paper, dwarfs should win. And if this was an Azwin team or a Shod team, I would go with the dwarfs. But Seghezio, to me, does a lot of crazy stuff. When it works, it's great, and he's a fun coach to watch. I love watching him, but sometimes these crazy players don't come off, and if they don't, Shag will get it done. So I'm going to go Vamps. Amazons. So there you go. So 2-1. Groovy versus Wood Elves. So it's Case Dwarfs versus Wood Elves. This is an interesting one. Aban, I'll go to you first. Who wins this one? I'm just going to look at the Case Dwarfs first.
Chaos Dwarfs are what, 1730? Yeah, Groovy. Groovy's crazy, man. Groovy's
Hot Dice Groovy, as I call him.
Yeah, he's a good coach. He's a little bit crazy. And the inducements aren't that great for the High Elf team. I think Groovy has this one. I don't know Algomu.
He's a decent coach. Decent coach.
He's new. He may be a very good coach. I'm saying nothing about his skill. I'm just saying I'm not familiar with the name. I don't remember him in the playoffs often. But he has to induce 2 journeymen, which is going to cut into his inducements for the match. So I think Groovy takes it.
Yeah. Groovy improves every season. I see him play. He gets better and better. Rooney.
Yeah, he gets better every season.
Yeah. Rooney, who do you think?
We agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. I love Groovy. What a character. Lovely guy.
Yeah.
So I think he pulls it off, but with Wood Elves, you never know. They get a wizard. And Groovy can be, like you're saying, be a bit crazy sometimes. So
yeah.
You never know. You never know.
You never know with groups. I love groups. It's a tricky one because it's Algamu, sorry, not El Matados. El Matados, I don't know. I think he's taking. Algamu's a very good coach. He can certainly get it done. I've seen him play a lot of the lesser teams, and he plays them very well. It's a tricky one, this. The wizard, and he's got his war dancers and all that. But I can't go against my boy Groovy. I can't. I've got to tip Groovy.
Yeah. Groovy and I played 2 games against each other right in a row in like season 15. My orcs against his like Norse, and Groovy's insane playing Norse. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that.
Oh yeah,
in our 2 games, we had 39 removals.
Oh god, that doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me, Groups.
It was insane between the 2 of us. So
I was gutted because I want to see Groovy go against Seghezio. That would just blow my mind. Yeah. That game would be like, oh, you're going to do some crazy shit? Well, guess what? I'm going to do even more crazy shit. Oh, yeah, that was crazy, but watch what I do. I could do this with a chainsaw through the ball. It's like, I'd love that. But yeah, I'm going to go Groovy, but it wouldn't surprise me if Algomu got it done. But I think a lot has to go right for the Wood Elves to get through that game, personally. So I'm going to go with the safe option, and that's Groovy. As long as he doesn't do anything too crazy. Again, Never Ending Nightmares, we can't really go into that game because it's against Amax and Mistress, who's an AR team, but we will have a look at the Undead team. Lexan D seems to me to be improving all the time. He was always a decent coach when he first came on the scene, but every time I see him, he seems to be getting better and better. He seems to have got a good tune out of these Undead. And obviously, Undead are always a decent team. I'll be honest, I wouldn't have been scared to have played this team. It's one of those teams I was hoping my guard heavy curse would go against, but he's a very good coach. Anything you guys want to say? I'll go with Rooney first. Anything you want to say about this team before we move on?
Yeah, like the team, pretty standard Undead team. Lexington is a very good coach.
Yep.
So, I saw him against Shagrath, I think recently. It drew.
Yeah.
On Shagrath stream, good match, and yeah,
He's got a good record as well, 14-4-2. So it's very good, a good record. I mean,
so
we'll play.
Who was this most likely up against?
Wood elves or humans, but unless the wood elf guy, well, it's. I don't think he'll probably be humans, but I haven't had a reply back from the human guy yet, so it's a wild card place. So I don't know.
I think he goes through.
Yeah. Okay. Let's
Lexington seems to be the favorite in this match.
Yeah, with the limit knowledge we've got there. Right, again, the next one we cast.
Even if it's humans, it's not the top humans team. It's a team that probably isn't as developed as most of the teams that are in here.
Yeah. Deathball, nice to see you, buddy. He says, never trust the ladder record. Yes, the ladder records. We've seen that happen a lot of times. But I think we mentioned it earlier on in the program. It doesn't matter about record, you've just got to get there. The next game is an interesting one. Again, we can, unfortunately... well, in fact, we might be able to see this one because I think I have. It's Bless Shield. That's Flinsaurus humans against the UC members. So 2 UC members going off again against Gasamal's goblins. Now I'll just have a look if I see. You guys won't see this, but I can. So for the viewers, I will show them. This is Flinsaurus' team. It's TV value of 1600. It's got 14 players. He's got 5 guard pieces. One of them guard pieces has got stand firm. The other one's got block. Mainly on the blitzers. He's got a blitzer with Mighty Blow, block, tackle, piling on, guard, and dauntless. Quite he's a bit of a beast. And he's got a leader, thrower with accurate, block, and a blodge catcher. So I'm just saying that because obviously other people might not see it. If you got it on Twitch, you guys will probably see it, won't you?
Yep.
This is going against. Flinsaurus is a great coach. Unfortunately, I ran into my dwarfs. He was a bit unlucky in the first round against me. I think he's got a good chance against goblins here, and we saw humans win the PC version last season, so it'd be no surprise to see the humans do well here against goblins. Goblins coached by Gasomal, who is a very good coach, a former champion with Undead. I'm just going to go and see them, and I love the name. You Want Taco, I do believe it is called. Love the name, really do. We want tacos.
Yeah. I think Flint.
That's useful. I've just had a